Welcome back. We're here again with Eric Sorensen, of course, Chief Meteorologist here at Channel 13. We're talking about Project Tornado. So this is what I really want to know. You have the most advanced technology you've ever had. You get the warnings out sooner than you ever have. Why aren't people listening to the warnings?
One of the things after last year's tornadoes in Tuscaloosa and in Joplin, the National Weather Service looked back and decided we need to bring psychology into meteorology. Why is it that only 17% of people go in the basement when we say there's a tornado warning? That's a failure. And I mean, when we talk about government failures, that is a big government failure, that we spend billions of dollars on the National Weather Service, and 17% of the people are heeding the advice. What we need to do is make sure that more people are getting the right information at the right time and then heeding that advice. A lot of people say, oh, well, there's tornado warnings and there's never anything happens.
Sometimes it can feel like that.
Yeah. A lot of times, we get tornado warnings and nothing touches down. The clouds may be rotating. There may be funnel clouds and it may not do damage. But these aren't false alarms. The Weather Service Doppler radar, is very, very powerful. And we're actually seeing that these storms are twisting, and that means that we're going to get advanced warning. If we wait until a spotter says there's a tornado on the ground, that's too late to put out a warning.
Yeah.
The Weather Service right now, 15 to 20 minutes is your lead time before a tornado strikes, and we need people to actually take this into consideration and act upon it.
When you look at video like we're looking at right now, I mean, you can see the second that a funnel touches down, it's already wreaking havoc on, sometimes miles at a time.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is it does not, as soon as this thing touches down to the ground, it's doing damage, and your house could be right in the path. This video is remarkable because you can see the power lines just completely get torn down. Just shows us the power of these tornadoes. And we don't know whether or not this is going to be the year that we have the big F5 or not. 1967, Belvedere was hit.
Yeah.
1990, Plainfield was hit. We're kind of overdue for a tornado to actually touch down, a big one here in northern Illinois.
And we're not immune.
We're not immune. There's nothing that's going to protect us. The only thing that's going to help us, in fact, when I go and talk to kids about severe weather and tornadoes, I say your tornado preparedness kit is all right up here.
Gotcha.
You don't need anything as far as a tornado kit except your knowledge about what to do and how to react when the situation comes to you.
So when we start to hear the watches and the warnings, or we see you cutting into a certain television show, how do we know, what's that moment when we should think, aha, we do need to go ahead and go into the basement?
Well, now warnings are different because we're actually able to make the warnings smaller, so it may not cover the entire county. So what's important is to know where you are within a county, and then react as soon as you're into the warning. New thing that the National Weather Service is doing this year, and that we have been doing for several years, is when we put a storm track out, we'll actually put points of interest. So we'll be able to say the storm will be near Cherryvale Mall, or it will be near the Boone County Fairgrounds or Rockett State Park, because people are able to say, all right, I live a mile from there, I need to take shelter.
That's very specific. How long have you been able to do that? Because it seems like that would be better than saying, oh, I'm somewhere in that county, I guess I should maybe take cover.
For instance, my parents, they live in Belvedere, but they don't live in the city. They live 5 minutes outside of the city. So you need to know where you are with respect to other places, and I think that's really important.
Is that a new technology to be able to zero in so much on exactly where it might form?
Yeah, our radar has been able to do that for several years, and it's just a matter of going in every year, and we add new features. So we'll add Riverhawk Stadium, we add downtown, the BMO Harris Bank Center. So you'll see that labeled on the map when severe weather is going to threaten these areas.
So it's so important to listen to these warnings. What do you think it's going to take to get people to listen? Or I think this video, stuff like this, is going to do it.
Yeah, I think the video that we're showing right here, I think what's doing us harm in severe weather is the fact that we don't see as much of the damage. Tornado shows show the tornadoes. We need to see the damage to let people know that it's really important.
Gotcha.
It's really serious.
And we are going to take a look at the actual Project Tornado documentary when we come back.